No? Really? The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Miss Wright. I must be on the wrong track. No, it's the right track. Okay, well, let's show this then. God damn it. Okay, well, I am kind of sure that we should show this. The cloth. I mean, no. I mean, I showed this. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Emma is written on the surface in blood, so it has nothing to do with Emma. Really? And also this. But that, well, okay. I mean, there are so many things that I feel that we can prove that, you know, when she's saying that, well, this blackmail thing that Chief Gant is doing, that is just a theory. I mean, we can show this. We can also show this. I mean, and still, it's like, no. Okay. What am I supposed to do then? My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask. Okay. Why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deducted it was. By Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. By your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Skye moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Okay. I have looked it up now, so what to do? And it is to present this. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Emma is written on the surface in blood. Miss Skye, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar when with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. Because it was not shattered during that time when he was writing on it. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Order, order. Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. Okay. Jar and message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Darky was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. So the jar was already broken? It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case. But not as feeble as the judge's judgment. You are an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Well, that helps my case. Lana, you'd do that for me? It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body, as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was? I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. I mean, it seems like they wiped away the blood with this piece of cloth. And it bears Emma Sky's prints, though. Or am I mistaken here? Because this was found with the jar pieces. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Darky killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. Exactly. What else could I have done in that situation? Not wipe away the blood? Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. But you didn't get them all. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the chief's safe? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.